Hey, what's up everybody? It's Time35 here bringing you guys a new pickup video. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys the games I got for the month of February. I just have a couple games here, so I'm just going to go ahead and get right into it for you guys. First game on the list is Battlefield 2 Modern Combat. Now this particular video is going to be a little bit more Xbox focused because I'm getting really close to getting all of the games that I personally want for the Xboxes. You know, mainly being the original Xbox and the 360, so it really has been focusing on trying to get like the last few of the Xbox and 360 games that I want, because I'm really close to being finished with that personally. So looking forward to that. But the first game here is Battlefield 2 Modern Combat. I've played Battlefield. Now I didn't get into Battlefield myself until really the first Battlefield game I saw was Bad Company 1. I saw Battlefield Bad Company 1 and played that at a friend's house like way back in the day, and I thought it was pretty cool. And then I got Bad Company 2 for the PS3 after that, because I played Bad Company 1 on his Xbox 360, and then I liked that game and it was cool, and I played Bad Company 2 on the PS3. I got that myself and played that, and I love Bad Company 2. And then I also played some Battlefield 3, but I never played Battlefield before that, so this is, you know, like one of the early Battlefield games. All Out War, your way. Battlefield explodes onto the Xbox for the first time ever with a bleeding-edge arsenal of vehicles and weapons. Engage in massive, adrenaline-soaked online battles, or go deep into a single-player campaign that drops you into a volatile conflict on the brink of all-out war. Fight for both sides in a single-player mode that plunges you into a war obscured by deception and propaganda. Instantly take control of your snipers, spec ops soldiers, and more in single player using the unique hot swapping feature. That's a really cool looking feature. When I looked up gameplay and stuff of this game, that was something that was really cool, was like the hot swap feature. I'm really looking forward to getting first-hand experience with that, because that looks like a really cool feature. Over 50 weapons, 5 soldier classes, and 30 land, sea, and air vehicles let you take the fight to the enemy any way you want. Intense, award-winning 24-player online warfare delivers full-on multiplayer carnage on over a dozen maps. You know, now that they got the whole like insignia thing for the Xbox, you might be able to actually play these games online again, because I've never played these games I never played this game period before. And Xbox Live details and all that stuff. Crack it open. There's the Battlefield 2 disc. Get it out of there. This looks pretty good. There's not like really any scratches or anything on from what I can see. So it looks pretty nice. I always love it when the disc looks good. Just gotta try that out and play it. And then here's some of the manual. Flip through some of it. It's not a very thick manual. I'm gonna try to read it to where you guys can like pause and read it if you want to. Hopefully the glare isn't too bad or anything. I'll just try to make sure, you know, if anyone ever wanted to like pause to read it, they can. Good old CTF. Now I do miss like older even though I never played this game's multiplayer, I do miss like multiplayer games like this though. I'm not really into like the current era multiplayer games. Everything's trying to be like a you know, like a battle royale or live service or a looter shooter or something like that. I'm not really into those types of games. I miss this era of multiplayer. You know, you just had the game, you just hopped on and played some either team deathmatch or CTF or something like that. You know, just hop in, just play that for a little bit and go on about your day. Now multiplayer games, which have like pretty much like live on them and stuff, and battle passes and all that. It's like, nah, I'm not interested. I miss, you know, this types of multiplayer games that was made. And there's the hot swap thing. Yeah, that's pretty much it, man. It was really short. And just before I move on really quick, there's one really cool thing about this game. Now, there is actually like a separate Xbox 360 version of this game. It came out on the original Xbox, the PS2, and the 360. And the cool thing about the original Xbox version and why I wanted to get specifically the OG Xbox version is this version is, you know, when you put it in the original Xbox, of course, it'll play the original Xbox version. However, this game is backwards compatible on the newer Xboxes, being the Xbox One and the Series. So if you have either one of those and you put the Xbox original version of Battlefield 2 in a newer Xbox, it'll actually download the 360 version of the game, and then you can play the 360 version of the game when it downloads, even though it's the original Xbox disc. So actually, in the Xbox 360 version, is like a big, you know, like graphical improvement and stuff over the original Xbox. Where it's the same game, but it's like, you know, it's got like differences and stuff too, which is kind of cool. So actually stay tuned for that. When I do a trying out video with this, like I like to do trying out videos with most of my games, you know, to make sure they work and stuff. Whenever I do a trying out video for this, I actually do two of it. I'll do one for the original Xbox version, and then I'll do one for the 360 version that it downloads when I put it on my Xbox One X. So stay tuned for that to see what this game looks like in both versions. Next game I got is Hunter the Reckoning. This is the first game in this Hunter series of games. Well, I think, as far as I'm aware, I think there's just two: Hunter the Reckoning, Redeemer. I've had the sequel to this for a while, but I've haven't had the first game, so I wanted to go ahead and grab that. Just ignore this it was an old price sticker that was already on it from before. Then get that off. Or actually, I'll probably just get a new case for this and just put it in a new case. I'm not even worried about the price stickers. Survive the unthinkable. You have been chosen to join the reckoning, so to step into the world of darkness where humanity is ravaged by vampires and marauding monsters. As a hunter, you are immune to these beasts' illusions, but with your power comes a daunting destiny to destroy these evil beings before mankind is massacred. Pray for your life. Hunter the Reckoning. Play cooperatively with up to 4 hunters in a single screen. Face up to 30 enemies at once in single and multiplayer action. Hunt evil in 23 huge areas, a prison, gothic church, cemetery, and more. Battle 20 unique monster types, including zombies and vampires. Unleash 20 lethal weapons, from axes to swords and flamethrowers. Sweet. And here's the screenshots. Hopefully it appears well. Yeah, I wasn't really like aware or anything of the Hunter. It's enough I can remember. I don't remember like really seeing or being aware of the Hunter games, you know, when I back then. But, you know, like I said, just looking into games and stuff and finding out, looking up stuff about games that I wanted to buy and collect for the Xbox. I found out about this game, thought it looked kind of cool, and I was wanting to play it. I definitely do need to get a new case anyways, because the thing right there is kind of broken. It still sits in pretty nice. I still have to like press the thing in, so it's not like the disc is completely loose in it. But yeah, that's why I'm not worried about the stickers. I'll just get a new case for this. Another disc that looks quite clean, by the way. I said, I don't know how well you can see it on the camera, but the disc looks clean. I don't really see any scratches or smudges on it, so that's always great. You love to see that. This manual was a little bit thicker, so I'm not gonna flip through it. Like, look at this. This manual's pretty thick. I'm not gonna flip through the entire thing. Just like pick a couple pages at random, just kind of go through a few of them. This manual was in full color too. I always like it when the developers back then took the extra bit to make the manuals color instead of black and white. I always love and appreciate color manuals. And here's about the characters, if you want to read this. I like the character designs in this game. They all look pretty cool. He looks pretty cool too. I really like how the characters are designed. They all have like a unique look about them and stuff. The heck is even that? Oh, that's cool. It even comes with like the registration card in the back of it. That's pretty cool. I always like that little extra thing if they have that. That's always kind of nice to have. Oh yeah, I forgot. These like hunter games are like tabletop RPGs or something like that. Yeah, they're like they started out as a tabletop RPGs a thing, and then they made like a video game out of it. I've never really been into like tabletop RPGs myself though, but I play in a video game form. That's pretty cool. All right, and next on to the Xbox 360 games I got. The first one being Bullet Witch on the 360. I've been on the fence whether or not I wanted to buy this game for like the longest time. I've seen gameplay and stuff of this game over the years, and I always thought it looked pretty interesting and stuff. But I just never decided if I wanted to get this game or not. I've just been like on the fence about it for the longest time. Like, you know what, I'm gonna buy it. I really just want to see what this game is about because it looks like it might be a pretty interesting game. It's developed by Cavia. They make some pretty interesting and cool looking games. So. Powerful magic, massive guns, extreme destruction. 2013 AD, humanity's dusk. They should have got this game all the way back then and played it. Countless demons walk the earth. Just before the loss of all hope, a woman appears. She wields the intense magic of a witch and a huge weapon, the gun rod. Her name, Alicia. Weave astounding magic with a fearsome arsenal of spells. Turn the city into a sea of roaring flame, blow enemies away with skyscraper-ripping tornadoes, and control thunder storms to wreak unbelievable havoc. Sounds sweet. Glorious environmental damage brought to life with an advanced physics engine, create chain-reacting explosions, and use the environment itself as a weapon. Wield fearsome weaponry that can be transformed and upgraded to completely obliterate those who stand in your way. BulletWitch.com. That website's probably not even up anymore. Some screenshots and stuff. This game looks like it might be kind of cool. I always could decide if I wanted to play this or not. And also, as you may see, it has this little call out right here that says exclusive poster included. Now this game is pretty elusive to find with the poster, and for the longest time, especially back during when the 360 store was shutting down, this game kind of went up in price, especially with the poster in it. So it was really hard to find this game with the poster. And one of the things I was thinking is, if I could find this game with the poster, that'd be pretty cool. So luckily I was able to get it. Now that it seems like a lot of 360 prices have come down lately. That's another reason why I'm really focusing on the 360. It seems like a lot of 360 prices and stuff have been going down and stuff lately, so I'm like, yeah, I better go ahead and capitalize on that real quick and get the last handful of 360 games I personally want to get, which I'm getting, like I said, getting really close to being done with that. So luckily I was able to find this game. Not only that, but it also has the poster in it, so I'll show you guys what the poster looks like too. Here's the disc. Cool artwork on the disc. This one also seems relatively clean. There's a couple scratch. I don't know. I have no idea if you can ever tell through this camera. There's a couple little. I don't know if you can see. It's right there or something. I have no idea if you can tell, but there's a couple little scratches, maybe a smudge or two there. But it doesn't look terrible or anything. Like I said, I'll do the trying out video eventually. That's why we do these things. Try them out to make sure the game works. And that's cool too. It's one of these games that has a reversible cover. Hold on, let me see if I can put the disc right here really quick. I'll show you guys what the reversible cover looks like. That's the reversible cover, which is pretty cool. I like when games come with reversible covers, although to be fair, I don't always use them. Usually, I stick with just the standard cover that the game comes with, but it's always cool when games come with reversible covers, especially this one. The reversible cover of this looks really cool. Like an alternate thing. The different outfits, I'm just I'm gonna do one better for you guys. I'm gonna just take the artwork out so you guys can see it more clearly. Hold on. Okay, there. I took the artwork out of it for you guys so you guys can see it a lot clearer without that green tint on it. But yeah, the versatile cover of this looks cool too. Okay, and then these are different costumes you can get. This is a completely different character in that one. All these outfits look cool too. Check Xbox Live Marketplace for additional outfits and other downloads. I'm gonna mention something about that later on in this video. I'm gonna mention something about that. Yeah, that's the reversible cover. And right here is the poster. Got a open it up and unfold. I was really glad I was able to find this with the poster. Like I said, the prices of the stuff like kind of went down some. So I'm like, I really would like to have the poster, the elusive poster for this game. So I want to see what it's like. Might have to get like a separate picture of this because it's kind of tall. It's not like a huge poster or really big or anything, but it's pretty tall poster. I have to get another angle of it so you guys can hopefully see what the whole entire poster looks like, because I won't be able to do it from this angle. All right, now go through just flip through the manual a little bit here. There's Alicia. Email Alicia at alicia.atari.com. I wonder if that email still exists, Cause I just sit here and I look at it like, you know what? I wonder if that email still exists. Like, can you actually hit that email to be like, and will she actually reply? You think Alicia still just like checks her emails, or she just completely forgotten about them by now? Not to hit her email and tell her what's up, how's it going? See if she still acknowledges. Maybe she might have forgotten the password. I don't know. We got ourselves another fully colored manual. Very much appreciated. Hopefully you guys can read this if anybody out there wants to pause to read it. Just gonna flip through a couple pages. It's not gonna go through the whole thing. There's another kind of big manual. Not huge, whatever. It's got some pages to it. Yeah, like I said, I've been on the fence so I wanted to get this one on. It looks like it's gonna be pretty cool. It definitely looks like it has a little bit of like jankiness to it, like I say, I enjoy me a bit of jankiness in my game, so I'm fine with that. And then the thing I wanted to mention real quick about the downloadable content for this game, I just wanted to mention this was actually the last game I bought downloadable content for on the 360 store before it closed, before it had closed down. So and it was like the last day too, like going into the last day of the store being open, and was downloading all the other three. So actually, I did do a video about that in case you guys missed it or you didn't see it or anything. I did do a video of me, going on pretty much a shopping spree on the Xbox 360 marketplace before it closed down. And this was the very last game I bought any type of DLC for before it closed down. So I know, like I said, I was on the fence about this game. I didn't even have this game yet, but I'm like, you know what? Let me just go ahead and buy the DLC for this game, so that way, just in case I do change my mind and I do decide to end up getting this game, I'll at least have the DLC already, so I won't have to worry about missing out on it. So I do already have like the costumes and stuff for the DLC for this game, so that's pretty cool. And they weren't that expensive either. Like half of them were free, and the other half were like $1 or $2. So yeah, this was the final game I bought any type of DLC for on the 360 marketplace. And today's final game I have for you guys is N3 99 Nights. Now I did, not that long ago, pick up the sequel for this game first, because like I said, 360 prices have been going up for a while, and the sequel to this game was kind of pricey, and you'll notice it's like gone down some. So I'm like, yeah, let me go ahead and grab the sequel for this real quick before, just in case the prices go up for whatever reason or not, since that was a more expensive one. And I bought that and the place tested it a little. It was a pretty cool game. So I'm like, now I can finally get the first game in this one. This one was never all that expensive, really. A sweeping saga, an ancient betrayal, a battle to end all battles. Immerse yourself in exhilarating action, large-scale battles, and stunning visuals as you choose sides in the ultimate struggle between light and darkness. Experience this epic campaign through the eyes of 7 different characters as you fight for good or evil to obtain the powerful Stone of Union. Here's some of these screenshots. From famed producer Tetsuya Mizuguchi. That's what I said, Mizuguchi. Tetsuya Mizuguchi and director Sang-Yoon Lee comes this absorbing saga of betrayal and revenge and the monumental clash between good and evil. Immersive battles. Destroy entire armies with speed and precision and large-scale battles involving hundreds of troops at once. Intense action. Wield tremendous power with more than 100 weapons and a vast array of magic skills at your command. That guy's looking pretty intense. Let's slide this on open real quick. There goes the disc. It's got some scratches on it. Doesn't look terrible, like I said. Just, it's got some wear and tear. It's definitely been played. So, I'll try it out, like I said, and make sure it works. When I buy these games, I don't buy them just to look at them. I buy them to actually sit here and freaking play them. Yes, sir. This is another kind of thick manual, so I'm not going to flip through the entire thing, just in a couple pages. Another thing you can pause to read if you want. Some 99 Nights background lore in here. Here's the characters. Enfi. as far. Myafi. Yeah, these character names. Tauru. What are these names for these characters? Her design is pretty cool. I like her really tall, pointy witch hat. Thing's got some freaking height on it. Holy crap. Claran. Carries like a big staff or something. This design is pretty cool too, like some kind of like badass priest dude or something. That's pretty cool. Dwayne Gavat. Is that a G or an S? Dwayne Gavat. These names are wild, man. Yeah, it's a G. Dwayne Gavat. I like the wolf armor, that looks pretty cool. I really like the character designs for this game. They all look cool and stuff. Controls. TT? What kind of name is that? His time? His name is TT. Dude, the names in this game are crazy. Yeah, he looks cool too. Yeah, the character designs in this game are freaking awesome. And ironically, that reminds me of like the the Scarface game, because it has a cover somewhat similar to that or something. It's pretty funny. Alright, and those 4 games are all the games I got throughout the month of February. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys ever played any of these games, let me know in the comments. Until then, I'm Slammer35 and I'm out. Peace. Thank you for watching the video, and I hope you have a great day.